There's only one woman he loves, Hope, and that woman is you.
Here's a look ahead.
That's our daughter, our whole life.
Thomas?
Hi, Mom. My dad's marrying my mom. Don't do anything to come between them ever again.
Curious about the bold and the beautiful spoilers for September 30th? The latest episode opens with Ridge and Eric previewing Forrester's collection on the runway. Innocent Beth tries to bring her parents together and involve them in her father-daughter dance. Meanwhile, Hope finds herself torn between Liam and Carter. At the same time, Carter visits Ridge to make a heartfelt appeal regarding Hope's designer line. Spoilers for what happens on the Bold and the Beautiful on September 30th, 2025. Ridge previews Forrester's new collection on the runway. Ridge and Eric head to the runway to showcase their latest collection and are joined by Brooke, Daphne, and Carter. At the event, Daphne also receives appreciation for the new Forrester fragrance. When Brooke questions Carter about Hope, he reveals that she's with Liam and Beth, and he has no problem with it. Beth tries to bring Liam and Hope together. Hope and Liam play with Beth at Brooke's house. Liam then reminded her about the father-daughter dance. On the other hand, Beth emphasizes how much she loves being with the family together. She also stresses that she doesn't want their family to be apart. Beth urges Hope to stay for the dance, but the latter insists she is to leave for now, leaving behind Liam and Beth. Brooke and Ridge's moment gets interrupted. Brooke and Ridge share a kiss at the runway and have a heart-to-heart conversation about second chances. Hope arrives and expresses her happiness at seeing them together. Before leaving, Ridge apologizes for his past mistakes. Meanwhile, Daphne tries to help Carter realize that he deserves happiness as well. Hope torn between Carter and Liam. Hope opens up to Brooke, admitting that she's torn between Liam and Carter. She reveals that Carter is pressing for the wedding and wants her to set a date, which she can't do. Brooke suggests that her feelings for Liam might be what's holding her back. Meanwhile, Carter urges Ridge to reinstate hope for the future. Beth wants a reunion. Beth urges her parents to reunite, and even Liam agrees. Hope shares the news with Brooke, who tells her she needs to make a final choice and stick to it. After a viral post by Diamond White, who plays Paris Buckingham, fans believe that Thomas Forrester killed Paris in The Bold and the Beautiful. Considering their relationship in the past, Thomas might have taken the ultimate step to get rid of her from his life, once and for all. So, is Paris really killed off-screen? Here are the details on whether Paris is killed or not. Was Paris killed by Thomas on The Bold and the Beautiful? Currently, there is no confirmation about Thomas Forrester killing Paris Buckingham on The Bold and the Beautiful. This frenzy began after Diamond White made a video responding to comments saying that Thomas, Matthew Atkinson, killed Paris off-screen. In the video, she says, "Thomas killed Paris? Really? I'm dead." In another video, she said, "How? How did I die? Why did I die? What occurred? Was there not an episode?" While the video appears to be just a humorous reaction to the speculations, it ended up acting as a catalyst for several fans who took it as a confirmation. Additionally, while killing her off-screen does fall in line with the show to do certain things off-screen, there has been no confirmation about her death. In earlier episodes, after Thomas returned to Los Angeles, he revealed that he had ended his engagement with Paris. He uncovered a scam that her mother created to steal $1 million from Dollar Bill. She wanted to use the money to pay off her husband's debt and also secure her daughter's future. While none of these happen on screen, it is showcased that the show can wrap up certain plot lines behind the scenes. So, fans believed that she was killed off-screen, too. However, something as big and dramatic as Thomas killing his ex-fiancée would have been done on screen. While the show doesn't seem to have anything new for the character, likely, she is still alive. Whether she appears in any future episodes is yet to be seen. The air in the Forrester Creations CEO office was thick with the unspoken history of decades, a potent cocktail of ambition, betrayal, and fragile truces. On September 30th, that fragile peace was shattered not by a dramatic confrontation between Ridge and Brooke or a scheming move from Sheila, but by a man pushed to the absolute brink of his moral and emotional limits, Carter Walton. in a stunning 1,600-word scene that will be dissected by fans for weeks to come. The usually stoic head of security and COO laid his soul bare before a stunned Ridge Forrester, making a plea so shocking, so raw, that it has the potential to irrevocably alter the landscape of Los Angeles high fashion and the Logan Forrester Spectre dynasties. The episode, titled The Price of Loyalty, began with an atmospheric tension that was almost palpable. Ridge was in his element, the patriarch king surveying his domain. He was reviewing the final storyboards for the upcoming Hope for the Future relaunch, a collection he believed would solidify his legacy and, finally, put the lingering ghost of his father's influence to rest. The mood was one of controlled triumph. Meanwhile, Carter was a portrait of quiet turmoil. We saw him in his own office, staring at a single, worn photograph of him and Katie Logan, a happy moment frozen in a time that now felt like a lifetime ago. His knuckles were white as he gripped the edge of his desk, the internal struggle playing out across his usually impassive face. The contrast was deliberate and powerful, one man ascending to what he believes is his peak, the other teetering on the precipice of an abyss. When Carter finally crossed the threshold into Ridge's office, the shift in energy was immediate. Ridge, ever the charismatic leader, greeted him with a clap on the shoulder.
"Carter, just the man I wanted to see."
The security protocols for the Milan show need a final sign-off. "I want it tighter than Fort Knox." It was a command, delivered with the casual authority of a man who has never had to beg for anything in his life. Carter didn't smile. He didn't even look at the file Ridge was holding out. His gaze was level, intense, filled with a fire Ridge had only seen in him during moments of physical confrontation. "The security can wait, Ridge," Carter said, his voice low but firm. "We need to talk about something more important." Ridge's eyebrow arched, a flicker of impatience crossing his features. "More important than a multi-million-dollar international launch. This had better be good, Carter." "It's not good," Carter replied, closing the office door with a definitive click. "It's necessary." What followed was a masterclass in emotional exposition. Carter began not with a demand, but with a testimony, a stark recounting of his years of unwavering service to the Forrester name. He spoke of the countless times he had been the shield in the shadows, the man who handled the unpleasantness so the Forresters could live their dramatic lives in the spotlight. He reminded Ridge of the corporate espionage he'd thwarted, the personal scandals he'd contained, the physical threats he'd neutralized. "I've been your fixer, your protector, and your most loyal soldier, Ridge," Carter stated, his voice gaining strength with each memory. "I held this company together when Eric's health was failing and you and Brooke were elsewhere. I stood by you when Thomas was lost to his demons, when Steffi's life was in danger, when Bill Spencer was circling like a shark. I have put the Forrester legacy above my own happy."